So we're continuing to cover, as we've done on the bonus show, the detention and imprisonment and trial of WNBA player Brittney Griner in Russia. And unfortunately, the situation itself is sort of opaque, and the Russian justice system is not exactly what we would call fair and open. The prosecution rate is, outrageously high, and there's all sorts of history there of everything from planted evidence to everything you can imagine. And also, it does appear from the reports we have now that Brittney Griner supposedly accidentally had a very, very small amount of drugs with her in Russia. And the United States is now trying to get her out of what they consider to be an unjust detention. And there is a prisoner swap that is now being considered. Well, Donald Trump is siding with Russia on this one again. Trump sides with Russia, calls jailed American Brittney Griner spoiled. Donald Trump appeared on what show is this? We've seen clips. The Clay Travis and Buck Sexton show, and says Brittney Griner is spoiled and he wouldn't have made this deal to get her out.
Would you have made, by the way, the offer for Brittney Griner and Victor Bout that Russia has put forward, where they'll trade this arms dealer's 25 years for arms dealing all over the world for the WNBA player and also, I believe, a former Marine who's being held there?
She went in there loaded up with drugs into a hostile territory.
Okay, loaded up with drugs we're going to talk about in a moment.
They're very vigilant about drugs. They don't like drugs. And she got caught. And
by the way, Trump loves when authoritarian strongmen just go crazy about anything drug related. He thought it was amazing that Duterte used to kill drug dealers. And Trump recently said for every drug dealer you kill, you save 500 people. How he came up with that number, I don't know.
We're supposed to get her out, and she makes a lot of money, I guess. But we're supposed to get her out for a absolute killer. And one of the biggest arms dealers in the world, killed many Americans, killed many people. And he's going to get a free card, and we're going to get her. She knew you don't go in there loaded up with drugs. And she admitted it. I assume she admitted it without too much force, because it is what it is. And it's
sometimes there's force, but okay.
It certainly doesn't seem like a very good trade, does it? He's an absolute one of the worst in the world, and he's going to be given his freedom because a potentially spoiled person goes into Russia loaded up with drugs.
Okay. Now, what by spoiled, does he just mean that she's black? Like, is this as simple as she's gay and black, which to Trump means that she's spoiled? First of all, Trump has pardoned tons of criminals. That's number one. So clearly there's not in principle a problem he has with saying, here's someone who's been sentenced for something, but I'm going to pardon them. Trump talks about loaded up with drugs. I'm right there in saying, when you go places like Russia, you've got to be really careful about what you have with you. I'm right there. In fact, I don't think I would even go. She had 0.7 grams of cannabis oil. Now, that's legal in her home state of Arizona. It's legal in many states in the United States. It's not legal in Russia. I completely am with you there. But 0.7 grams is not exactly being loaded up with drugs. And yet the Russian media has referred to it as a significant amount of drugs. That's obviously not true. She also had a doctor's note for the cannabis oil. I understand that doesn't make it legal in Russia, but she explained that. She pleaded guilty. She said it was inadvertent. You know, it's like we've got Madison Cawthorn, quote, accidentally trying to bring guns past TSA onto planes multiple times. And the right is perfectly satisfied saying those are honest mistakes. Here's 0.7 grams of cannabis oil with a doctor's note. And now all of a sudden we're supposed to believe her detention is fair and not at all politically motivated. So you knew that Trump was going to come up with something like this. But the pattern is, once again, he's defending Russia and Russia's authoritarian police state, their completely absurd justice system. Let me see if I can even find it. Russian courts conviction rate. In 2018, the gross conviction rate, I believe gross means it doesn't account for repeals and reversals. The gross conviction rate was 99%. Yeah, there you go. In 2018, 0.25% of Russian court cases ended in an acquittal. That's an incredibly efficient judicial system, isn't it? So listen, I get it. You got to be careful. Whenever I go anywhere, I make sure to bring nothing. I don't bring anything there and I don't bring anything back. That's my thing. But 0.7 grams of cannabis oil. And now Trump goes, oh, well, she's spoiled. Give me a break. It's absolutely outrageous.